is actually the highest selling fashion magazine in the world. So there are now 46 editions worldwide, and it's growing all the time. It's a huge number compared to all the competitors. We launched here a year and a half ago, and for me it was a great opportunity to be able to bring a really well-known brand to the market, but with our own particularly Australian spin. One of the best things about the ELLE brand internationally is they've got this real philosophy of the brand values need to stay the same and the spirit of ELLE needs to stay the same. So it's smart, it's sexy, it's about the empowerment of women, but they realise that in every different market it's going to need, its own tweaks. As an editor, that was a dream experience because I got to play off all this heritage and the story and the values that had been established for 70 years. But at the same time, I could make it really relevant to this market, and at a time when magazines are changing so rapidly and the media is changing so rapidly, we needed to be able to do that, or launching a magazine in 2013 would have felt like a completely ridiculous thing to do. Fashion's not just clothing, it's also what you listen to, the restaurants that you go to, the apps that you download, all of those things. And launching in 2013 was a good opportunity for us to do that because luxury had changed. Our idea of what we spend our money on, what diverts our attention, that's all changed. So we could come with a really fresh eye and talk about those things to this woman. It's a give and take relationship between the brand and the reader, and we obviously want them to appreciate the values of ELLE, to be loyal across all the platforms, but at the same time we need to be really responsive to what she's doing. We're about constant evolution and things can change, and if we have an idea for a new page, it's too hard to wait potentially 3 months. We'll pull something and make it happen then and there. If everyone's in the office is talking about a certain story, then we'll make sure that we can run it as soon as we can. So you really have to be much more on top of it than you ever were before. I think the changes at Virgin Australia have been really interesting in terms of what we've done too, because our take is always to be fresh, to be new, and to find the most reader relevant way of doing things. Sometimes that comes across in, we won't do a 6-page brand story for an advertiser. We'll find clever ways to support our advertisers, but that aren't so, something that readers will accept and absorb. And I think that that's similar to the Virgin Australia ethic of really focusing on the consumer. What do they really want? Not just what's expected of an airline, or for us, what's expected of a magazine, but what can we do above and beyond that that makes this something that feels very fresh and modern. I'm always hugely excited for the Virgin Australia Melbourne Fashion Festival. For me, it's a time when we're bringing fashion to the consumer in a way that she really doesn't get it. Going to fashion shows is fantastic, but it's for a very small bubble in the community, and to be able to bring fashion to life in this way that's got real energy and excitement. The Australian fashion industry is really going through a period of change. So many new retailers coming to this market who haven't been here before. So many of our Australian designers moving overseas and really making their mark there. I think change can only be a good thing. I'm a big fan of change and evolution, and I think that in the end the consumer is the one who's going to be the winner.